Hello and all, welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one we're talking Movsar Evloev, his comments on training with Islam Makhachev's camp. We're going to get into Evloev's comments. Before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Despite the mutual respect between the two, that's Evloev and Makhachev, apparently they're good friends, and it seems like Movsar looks up to Islam Makhachev as an older brother and just a great role model. I mean, in terms of mixed martial artists. Despite the fact that they have a good relationship, Evloev is not interested in training with the Habib camp, let's say, or the Islam camp, because he does not want his success to be attributed to that camp. If I'm not mistaken, he trains with the American top team, Evloev. I could be wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, it is the American top team. So his success, he wants that to be attributed to American top team and not the Islam Makhachev camp. Look, I'm going to say this. If I am a fighter in the spot that Evloev is in right now, and you have the opportunity to train with the best on the planet, that's a factual thing. People say John Jones. People say John Jones is the greatest of all time. We can sit here and make that point, right? But currently, if you have, if you were to get a pulse on the UFC, right? Currently, best pound for pound fighter on the planet is Islam Makhachev. It's not up for negotiation. It's a factual thing, right? He's like won the last 13 or 14 in a row or something. So that being said, if I had the opportunity personally to train with a guy like, Islam Makhachev, I don't think that I would be able to resist nor refuse this kind of offer, because it's a privilege for any fighter to train alongside the greatest of his generation, obviously, as far as the numbers are indicating, at least. Islam Makhachev, best pound for pound fighter on the planet. After all, we saw the tremendous success that Belal Muhammad had after training with that camp. I mean, it was clear he was leaps above Leon Edwards for Belal Muhammad, that is. And I think that's thanks to training with guys like Habib and Islam. So I don't know how I feel about these comments coming from Movsar. With all respect to American top team, we have a lot of fantastic gyms that produced tremendous fighters, right? But AKA, right, or the Habib team, or the Islam team, whatever you want to call it, have been nothing short of dominant, especially in the recent years, right? Whether we're talking about Habib or Islam. And even just a tad bit before that, we had Daniel Cormier, we had Cain Velasquez, we had so many tremendous obviously Rockhold, right? So many tremendous fighters that came out of that gym, AKA. And obviously the wrestling dominant gym, which, Movsar is a wrestling dominant fighter himself. With all respect to any other team, but as of late, I think the guys that have reaped in the most positive results, let's say, it has to be AKA. Obviously, we have the Fighting Nerds, very competitive squad. They're like 18 or 19-0, but we're yet to see a champion from those guys. And we're yet to see them against top-ranked or top-tier wrestlers, right? They're striking heavy. Wrestling dominates. I mean, we can sit here and name fighters that fight in every division that are champions division that are wrestling heavy fighters. Mirab Vilashvili, bantamweight division, right? Islam Makhachev in the lightweight division, right? And obviously, John Jones, the heavyweight champion, is, he has a heavy wrestling background, even though he rarely utilizes that. We have Bilal Muhammad in the welterweight division, who trained with the camp of Habib Nurmagomedov, obviously, and I think that's why he saw the great success that he saw against Leon Edwards, and so on. Obviously Ilia Topuria, who didn't really utilize his wrestling much, but he's a tremendous wrestler, who's no longer a featherweight, obviously vacated that title. But generally speaking, when you look at the landscape of the UFC, wrestlers are dominating. And when we're talking about AKA, the Islam Makhachev camp, those guys are dominating everything. Really. Anything they put their fingers on, it kind of belongs to them at this point. So if I were Movsar, and if I had the opportunity to train with the camp of Islam Makhachev, I think it would be very difficult for me to refuse. But that's my perspective, and Movsar has his, and everybody's perspective is respected. If you made it this far, appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe for more.